Welcome to the spring commencement ceremony of the College of Arts and Science. We are pleased to have a group of talented arts and science saxophone players selected by the School of Music to help us welcome the graduating class as well as our platform party. Maureen Canellis, completing degrees in math and biochemistry this semester, is our banner bearer and will lead the platform party to the stage. Good afternoon. Rachel Kuntz is a senior vocal performance major. She plans to work towards a second degree in music theory here at MU. And Rachel will now lead us in singing our national anthem. Rachel?
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night
My name is Mike O'Brien, and it's my privilege to serve as Dean of the College of Arts and Science. The college is the university's oldest as well as the largest college in the state of Missouri. We're delighted to have all of you here, the graduates, their friends and families, and representatives of the college faculty. This is a joyous day in which we take pride in our students and their hard work, at the same time that the graduates will, we hope, recognize the love and support that the special people in their lives have shown them. Because it's such a wonderful occasion, we expect and certainly want noise. Some of you, only your hands you brought, whereas others of you brought cowbells, air horns. I urge you to use them. Nobody brought cowbells? All right, no cowbells. On a bit more serious note, I really do want to make a request of all of you. I know that for some of you, as soon as you receive your degrees, you'd like to leave so that you can celebrate with family and friends. That's fine if you majored in something near the beginning of the alphabet and we're at the front of the line, but it's not so great for statistics and theater majors if there's no one here to cheer for them. So I ask you and your family to please remain in the audience and share in the celebration of the entire class. I guarantee you, we know what we're doing. We'll move things along and have you out of here in record time. Yeah, I know. It's hot for us too. We're pleased to have with us today the Honorable Don Downing, a current member of the University of Missouri Board of Curators. Originally from Kennett, Missouri, and presently an attorney in St. Louis, Curator Downing has brought his good judgment and commitment to our university since becoming a member of the board in 2009. We'd like to claim that his good judgment stems in large part from the undergraduate degree in business administration he received from MU. He's here this afternoon to congratulate in person all of you, and especially his son, Dirk Michael Downing, who is completing a baccalaureate degree in psychology this semester. He's also here to convey our curator's pride at the graduation of this class. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Curator Don Downing.
Thank you for that kind introduction, Dean O'Brien. First thing I'd like to say is I graduated from this institution in '79 undergrad, and the last time I was in this building was in 1982. And I remember the days, this is for a different generation from yours, the days of Norm Stewart and the dominance of the old Big 8 conference in this building. So, but what I'd like to say, first of all, is certainly welcome to family, friends, graduates, and everybody here today on this momentous occasion. On behalf of the University of Missouri system and its Board of Curators, I want to congratulate all of today's graduates and all of those who supported them in getting here. As a parent of a graduate myself, I know firsthand the support, sacrifice, and encouragement that parents, family members, and friends lend to our graduates. And as an MU graduate from many years ago, I can still remember, believe it or not, the excitement I felt those 33 decades ago graduating from this amazing institution. My time here at MU literally changed my life, and I'm sure you will see over time that it's changed yours as well. Graduates, because of your achievements, and from today forward, among the many titles that you will have earned in your lifetime, you will always have the title as an MU grad. And with this title comes the distinction of being among the very best in your respective fields, and a recognition that your formal education at one of the nation's preeminent universities has prepared you well for what lies ahead. Today, you also join a very talented group of 250,000 graduates from our four-campus system who live and work in Missouri today. And you join a group of over 500,000 graduates who live in places throughout the world. As you pursue your career, I know you will have ample opportunities to leverage the strengths and connections of this very talented network of MU grads. You have much in common, and I hope you will reach to those who follow you today to extend a helping hand, just as you reach out to those who graduated before you for their support, encouragement, and assistance. Commencement may mark the completion of your studies at MU, but it certainly does not mark the end of your education. nor should it mark the end of your affiliation with this wonderful institution. Now more than ever, in these challenging economic times that we face today, you all can be important ambassadors in helping us make the case that higher education brings rich rewards, not just for the individual, but for society as a whole. You are now graduates as an institution that through our 4-campus system, the Extension Service, and our healthcare system literally touches every person every day in our state and is a vital driving force in the economic health and well-being of all Missourians. Having a college degree really gives you a leg up in life, and the old adage, to whom much is given, much is expected, applies. On this day, I challenge you to use your talents, energy, education, and college enthusiasm to make a difference in the world, in whatever field you choose. Making a difference will require dedication, determination, and just plain old hard work. But hard work is certainly not a bad thing, as many of you have already recognized. As Thomas Jefferson observed many years ago, far and away the best prize that life offers is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. So choose your work path carefully and then work hard to make a real difference in the area you've chosen. Simply put, be the best you can be every day. And as you move forward in the path that you choose, always remember your alma mater and how your experiences here these last several years have changed your lives forever. On behalf of the University of Missouri System and its Board of Curators, please accept my heartiest congratulations on your accomplishments and my best wishes to you for a rich and rewarding life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Curator Downing. Our commencement speaker this afternoon is Howard Richards. Howard was born and raised in St. Louis and was a highly recruited football player out of high school. After a stellar career as a right tackle at the University of Missouri, he was a first-round draft pick of the Dallas Cowboys in 1981, still only one of 2 offensive linemen from Mizzou ever picked in the first round. He played 6 seasons with the Cowboys, helping them win 4 NFC East Division championships, along with making 2 consecutive appearances in the NFC Championship game. He played an additional season with the Seattle Seahawks before retiring and returning to MU to complete his degree in communication. In my mind is what he did after the NFL that's even more significant, beginning with a 13-year stint with the Central Intelligence Agency, where he served on the security staffs of 4 CIA directors, along with serving a tour of duty in Tel Aviv, Gaza, and the West Bank. Not easy assignments, even for someone so large that most people aren't going to mess with him. Howard currently serves as Executive Director of Institutional Security and Development at Harris Stowe State University in St. Louis, where he is responsible for providing a safe, secure environment for students, faculty, and professional staff 24 hours a day. Howard is on the board of SEGS for Vets Foundation, which provides Segway personal transport vehicles to severely wounded military veterans, and on the board of the Gary Bertier No. 42 Foundation, you might remember from Remember the Titans fame, which raises money for spinal cord research and for individuals who have suffered spinal cord injuries. This past February, Howard was honored as a distinguished alum of the College of Arts and Science. What he said in his acceptance speech was eloquent and from the heart, and it was said in the same rich tones that you hear every football Saturday on the Tiger Network, where Howard serves as color analyst. Ladies and gentlemen, as his broadcast partner Mike Kelly would say, Howard Richards really takes it to the house. Howard.
Good morning, good afternoon, actually. I think I heard Dean O'Brien ask for a lot of noise today, and I haven't heard it yet, so M-I-Z! M-I-Z! One more time, M-I-Z! Much better. Dean Tarko, Dean O'Brien, curators, faculty, staff, families, friends, and the most important reason we're all here today, members of the class of 2012. What an honor it is for me to be here with you today to address this class. It is particularly special because this school was the foundation for my careers in professional football, public service, real estate, and security. Robert Kennedy once said, "Few will have the greatness to bend history itself, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events, and in the total of all those acts will be written the history of this generation." There are a multitude of reasons that make the University of Missouri-Columbia such a fine institution. Its powerful presence here in the middle of the great state of Missouri and its constant quest to challenge students to be the very best in the fields of academics, the arts, science, research, and athletics, and its rich traditions make it such a desirable place to not only earn a degree, but to grow and expand our knowledge and experience as human beings. During your days here at Old Mizzou, you have been tested and you have tested and pushed yourselves to the extremes. Your knowledge base has been expanded and enriched, not only about yourselves, but also about the world on which you're about to make your marks and to shape your legacies. Another reason that you chose to be here was to learn how to prepare to serve others, and to make a meaningful, positive impact on people within the vast world in which we live. All of you have probably drawn conclusions about what life is at the top of the mountain. First of all, getting to the top, as I'm sure you've heard many, many times, is not very easy. You have to work extremely hard because no one is going to simply give you the keys to the kingdom. It should also be known that once you get to the top, life isn't always very easy up there. From my childhood through my days here at Mizzou, and from Mizzou until June of 1986, life had been very good for me. I did well academically through high school. I was a well-recruited student athlete who earned a full scholarship to Mizzou. My college football career was even good enough to land me on the pages of the September 1980 issue of Playboy magazine. Now, now for those of you who are wondering, get your minds out of the gutter. I was fully clothed because it was for the annual pigskin preview and not a nude pictorial. From there, I was drafted in the first round of the 1981 college draft by the Dallas Cowboys. I went on to enjoy a reasonably good career as a player and starter for one of the most storied coaches and franchises in the history of sports. Then a funny thing happened on the way to the Forum. What happened at the end of my career were a series of eye-opening and life-changing events, the stuff that your mommy and daddy can't always prepare you for. In a span of 5 months, I was cut by the Cowboys in June, signed by the Jets in June, cut by the Jets in August, signed by the Seahawks in September, lost nearly everything I own in a fire in September, suffered a knee injury that ended my football career in October, and endured the suicide of the person renting my house in November. One night as the end of 1987 approached, I couldn't get down on my knees to pray because of my knee surgery, but I still prayed to God and wondered, not why all of this had happened to me this year, but to please allow New Year's Eve to come quickly in order to put the year 1987 behind me for good, and to reveal the plan that He had in store for me for the next chapter of my life. And it wasn't long before that plan was revealed. You see, I had pushed back finishing my coursework to graduate because I played for a head coach Tom Landry, who insisted that we participate in the Cowboys' off-season program, which made it impossible for me to return to Columbia to finish. But now that football was a thing of the past, the plan was very clear, and that was to go back to school to finish working on my degree. Fast forward a few months in 1988. After enrolling in what's now called the University of North Texas, I remember placing a call in the middle of the spring semester of '88 to someone many of you soon-to-be graduates know very well, Dr. Michael Porter, Associate Professor of Communication. I had planned to graduate from UNT primarily because of convenience. I had explained to Dr. Porter that I had been told by an advisor at UNT that nearly 45 of my credit hours earned at Mizzou would not count towards graduation at UNT. Leave it to those Texans. So I asked Dr. Porter how many hours I needed and which specific courses I lacked in order to graduate. He quickly got back to me within a couple of days and told me that I needed 20 hours. So I packed my bags, drove to Columbia, completed a 4-hour summer session and 16 hours in the fall semester, and walked across the stage in December 1988 as a graduate of the University of Missouri-Columbia. 7 years after my original graduating class of 1981. Thank you. I have been able to find fulfillment in many ways in my life, both professionally and personally. I played in the NFL for 7 years, nearly doubling the career expectancy of an NFL player. As Dean O'Brien mentioned earlier, I'm also working in the broadcast booth as a radio color analyst for Mizzou football, my alma mater. I've been an entrepreneur, working as both a real estate and security consultant. And also mentioned, I also worked at the CIA for 13 years, protected 4 CIA directors, traveled to nearly 50 countries on 5 continents, and lived and worked in some pretty dangerous places overseas. I've had an opportunity to meet and interact with some of the most intriguing people this world has ever seen. In fact, one of my most memorable moments while working at the agency occurred on a visit to South Africa to visit President Nelson Mandela. The director at the time was John Deutsch, who had previously served as Deputy Secretary of Defense and former provost at MIT. As we arrived at President Mandela's residence, I received a call on my radio from the agent in charge that the director wanted to see me right away. When I reached him, he whispered in my ear, telling me that he wanted me to go inside the meeting room with him. Now, this was unprecedented. It's a rare occasion when a protective agent is allowed inside the room with his principal, who's meeting with a world leader. So we proceeded to the meeting room where we waited for roughly 10 minutes. Then down the staircase inside this room descended the activist known worldwide for his 27-year imprisonment fighting the injustices of apartheid. Of the 6 American diplomats in the room, I was the last to be greeted. As Mr. Mandela stood before me, I tried to anticipate what his words would be and what my response might be. And then he spoke the most profound words that I could have expected to hear. Certainly, you must have played basketball. Who knew? On the plane ride back to the States, I went up to thank the director for his wonderful gesture. He then asked me if I knew why he invited me to the meeting. I paused for a few seconds and then said, "No, sir, I don't." Why? And his response was, "For obvious reasons, you're the only person in this delegation who can truly appreciate what Nelson Mandela stood for." It's very, very powerful to me. When others recognize the good you do, they'll do good for you. The bottom line is that hard work, sacrifice, and discipline are the tools that you should carry throughout life because they will guide you on your pathway to success, happiness, fulfillment, and hopefully good fortune in your careers, but ultimately in life itself. Additionally, I'd like to offer you 3 nuggets of advice that I've learned through my experiences. And I believe if you incorporate them into your lives, then you've found the secret for success as a human being. Number one, don't be afraid to follow your heart and to take risks. Remember, low risk, low reward. If you do not wake up every day with great passion for your work, you will become stagnant and miserable. Don't just go through the motions. Don't ever look back with regret and wonder what you did. Don't ever look back and regret what you did not try to do. Whether good or bad, your life's experiences, if they are based on the passionate belief that what you are doing is something you deeply care about, they will give you the inspiration and the character to learn, to grow, and to persevere. Stand up for yourself and for your beliefs. Number two, laugh as much as you can and never take yourself too seriously. Be willing to stand up and admit your mistakes, all doing so with grace and humor. This humble quality will help you weather the hurricanes, the tornadoes, and the spiders and snakes that you encounter in life. And lastly, number three, serve someone other than yourself. Serve something bigger than yourself. Take care of the people around you. By watching the backs of others, they'll always have your backs. Some of you will skyrocket to the tops of your professions. Remember that as you go up, give the people around you the same courtesy and respect that they gave you. Offer a helping hand. Say something nice, but say it with a smile and with sincerity. When you finally reach the top of that mountain that I spoke of earlier, show a little humility. Why, you ask? Because there may come a day when a crash or failure comes. When you plummet down the proverbial mountain or ladder, the fall will be much easier to accept if those same people around you remember you as a considerate, compassionate person, further increasing the chances that someone will catch you when you fall. Before the legendary heavyweight boxer Cassius Clay was known as Muhammad Ali, he was heading on a plane to some unknown destination. The flight attendant, of course then known as stewardess, noticed that Clay's seatbelt was not fastened. She then said to Clay, "Please fasten your seatbelt." And Clay replied, "Superman didn't need no seatbelt." To which the stewardess replied, "Superman didn't need an airplane either." Remember not to get too wrapped up in yourselves. And it's okay to depend on others. You cannot do this all by yourselves. Life will seem bleak at times with no apparent end to the torment you have and may experience, and the fear of what you may think lies ahead. Do not be afraid to face that torment and fear, because the only way to conquer it is to realize it, accept that it is before you, and work your butts off to face it, fight it, and make it go away. In doing so, and believing in whatever higher power you believe in, deliverance will come. In conclusion, and the point of everything that I've told you today is that I've been so very blessed in life to have been able to do the types of things that many others have only been able to dream about. But I could not have completed my journey without the help of others and without a lot of hard work. And although I can't thank each person individually here today for the help that they've given me, there are a few people that I'd like to acknowledge. My head coach for 3 years here at Mizzou, Warren Powers. Thank you for your friendship and instilling confidence in me and endorsing me, and for bringing pride and a winning attitude back to Mizzou football. To Dean O'Brien, thank you for being a visionary, for your great leadership of the College of Arts and Science, and for making me feel so welcome and part of the A&S family again. To Dr. Michael Porter, thank you for your infinite wisdom, your guidance, and for empowering your students to think critically and to challenge themselves to do great things in this world. And lastly, of course, to my mother. She's been my biggest cheerleader. my biggest supporter, and the best mother a guy could ever have. Happy Mother's Day, Mom, and happy Mother's Day to each and every mom and moms-to-be that are with us here today. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2012, and may God bless you and all of your families.
Thank you very much, Howard Richards. Once again, our students have received national and international honors and fellowships. A significant number have also achieved levels of academic merit that warrant the designation of Latin honors. The special accomplishments of some of our graduating seniors will be noted by Associate Dean Ted Tarco. Dean Tarco.
Thank you very much, Dean O'Brien. Curator Downing, Howard, honored graduates, by all accounts, the class which our college graduates this afternoon is one for which many, many people here have good reason to feel much pride. A good number of our graduates come with many years of arts and science and/or MU history. A good number are the very first members of their family to graduate with a degree from an institution of higher learning. One of you and your family, our banner bearer, Maureen Canellis, will have participated in 4 graduation ceremonies today by the time night falls. Marshall Lydia Fierge is one of many students who've balanced the responsibilities of full-time employment with those of parenthood and with those of being a successful student. One of you is graduating having begun this journey over 45 years ago. This is obviously a wonderful occasion, appropriately the day before Mother's Day and a few short weeks before Father's Day, and one which allows us to acknowledge a range of impressive accomplishments. When the May and August candidates are tallied, they number more than 1,000. You are all fortunate to graduate in what has been a major year for the College of Arts and Science. Members of your class performed on stages and in recital halls at such impressive locations as the White House in Washington, D.C. You traveled to such far-off places as Peru and China, where you worked with anthropologists on significant discoveries and with geologists on seismic activity. You worked in laboratories in Seattle and in Palo Alto. You explored library resources in Minneapolis and Austin. Your internship experiences have been around our state, across our country, and around our world. Yours is the class that will remember the impact on so many individuals, families, and communities of an economic slowdown of historic proportion. You will recall what oil spills can do in the Gulf, what tornadoes can do in Joplin, and what humans can do to each other in far too many places. But you will also rejoice in the idealism and the hope of young students energized by political campaigns and by a commitment to help others. While working towards degrees from MU, you have earned for yourselves local, regional, national, and even international recognitions for academic, for civic, for athletic, and for cultural contributions and successes. In Marshall Lawrence Bowers, we have a wonderful example of the contribution to MU life that talent out of the classroom can bring to MU. His athletic ability, like the music ability of our vocal Rachel Kuntz, and like the leadership ability of our student government president Drake Douglas, reminds us of the multiple talents of so many of our students. Not surprising, over 100 of you are completing 2 degrees or 2 majors. Banner bearer Maureen Canellis has excelled both in arts and science, where she completes a math major, and in our College of Agriculture, where her degree is in biochemistry. Like so many of you, she is off to a great future, a great set of new challenges when she embarks on medical school at the University of Colorado this fall. Most impressive, we have in the season of horse racing, 2 Triple Crown winners. Alvaro Aguilar, who today completes not 1 nor 2, but 3 different majors, German, political science, and international studies, while Colby Rickliffs graduates today with majors in biology, psychology, and also in sociology. To all of our August and May degree recipients and degree candidates, our best wishes for continued learning and for continued success. Thanks for all you have done to make MU such a wonderful institution, and congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Dean Tarko. It's now our pleasure to recognize the members of the May and August 2012 graduating classes. I invite our staff to escort the members of the class to the platform where they will receive individual recognition. Our student marshals, Lydia Feargy and Lawrence Bowers, will assist our staff. The names of the graduates will be read by Professor Michael Porter of the Department of Communication and Professor Clyde Ruffin of the Department of Theater. Graduates will be presented with a diploma folder containing a message of congratulations. Faculty representatives from the various departments and programs will join me in congratulating the graduates. These representatives will be introduced with the graduates from their departments.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Anthropology will be congratulated by Professor Lee Lyman, Stephanie E. Tucker, Tommy Ray Lynn Sale, Bethany Hope Henry, Chelsea M. Clark, Hala M. Abdel Salam, Gregory Paul Birch, Emily M. Ward, Dorothy Michaela Newman, Campbell Nicole Logan, Rachel Marie Carson, Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Art will be congratulated by Professor Deborah Hulsbergen, Abby Bortfeld, Casey M. Doyle, Shayna Mora Smith, Leanne Cecilia Elias, Kelly Jean McGarry, Carter Barden Parker, Erica Renee Williams Brown, Jeremiah S. Pinea, Jenna Lee Vaughn, Jenny M. Gard, Mary Lena Fema, Rachel Binney, Mackenzie Morgan Smith, Alexandra Rose Bronsky, Samantha Lee Winkler, Stephanie M. Morhard, Alex David Flick, Sandra Lee Hockenberry, Amber Dawn Finley, Andrew Ross Prokop, Luke Lemaster, Marshall David Donner, Melissa Audrey Spitz. Rebecca Marie Blake. Alicia J. Dobashin. Lillian Louise Way. Aaron Richard Cremona.
Go ahead and do this one, and then Mike's going to do this.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Art History and Archaeology will be congratulated by Professor Norman Land, Nathaniel James Wood, Lauren Grace Young, Margaret Elizabeth McCreary, Alex Timothy O'Brien, Kayla Marie Brimmer, Caitlin Marie Nill, Tara Staran Steffen, Lauren Gail Sadowski. Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Division of Biological Sciences will be congratulated by Professor Jerry Summers. Victoria Alexa Ingle, Angela Gail Bunge, Tamara Elise Jones, Charles Dominic Baudo, Jordan Taylor Hunt, Brendan Alexander Paulman, Brian G. Greaves, Anthony James Sabaro, Sean D. Moore, Jessica Brianna Sebree, Letitia Dominique Brown, Brittany Lauren Vaughn, Holly A. Payne, Kara Hardman, Brittany L. Limke, Golda Marcel Harvatin, Sarah Ann Crox, Brennan Michelle Burwald, Caitlin Ann Swatek, Robert Paul Schroll, Kevin Charles Kaiser, William Edward Utoff, Margaret Keith, Christopher David Safor, Amandeep Kaur Rapkra,
Megan Michelle Krogman, Nicole Lane West, Julie Elizabeth Niles, Nathan Lee Thompson, Megan Elizabeth Stanley, Alexandria Lee Bowling, Joshua Knapp. Brent Alexander Willman. Alexandra Aaron Van Oyen. Michael Edmund Hans Matson. Catherine Grace Peets. Stephanie Ann Oxman. Emily E. Anderson. Melanie Cherie Seaton. Benjamin W. Swart. Brandon S. Stillwell. Fiona Ngozi Odu. Brandon M. Thornberry. Kylie Danielle Hying. Scott A. Reifeis. Kevin Alexander Moylan. Rowan Muthana Al-Dahan. Tanya Michelle Drew. Maxwell Quartang. Ryan Lee Kesser. Jessica A. Scazzolati. David Herrick. Crystal Hope Berkey. Catherine Amphius Lowe. Jessica Allen Christian. Casey R. Stuck. Matthew Ian Steinberg. Jamela Mawia Berry. Brooke Nicole Aiden. Brett N. Spatoli. Philip Paul Beck. Divana A. Purnell. Sarah Ashley Johnson. Melissa A. Tapia. Brianna L. Eichelberger. Blake Edward McGraw. Samuel Ballard. Laura Grace Hesch. Michael Flanagan. Kyle J. Calloway. Mark William Hartwig. Angela Victoria Ward. Frank T. Westwood. Evan Wilson Camden. Kara M. Lappin. Christopher M. Mays. Kyle A. Bement. Nicholas A. Castellano. Garrett Sullivan Berry. Michelle Lindsay Wilhite. Kristen N. Pascal. Alexa Kyle Moberly. Catherine Marie Poet. Brad Allen Howard. Luke Elliott Dota. Taylor Lauren Cronus. Jacob Ryan Schreiber. Amber R. Pinnell. Siobhan Satish Shetty. Katie Marie Reynolds. Justin Alexander Renard. Luke Preston Estes. Elizabeth A. Miller. Resha Desai. Elena Christine DeMiselli. Ellie Diane Cayley. Courtney Marie Robertson. Paul Zui Long. Joshua D. Kaplan. Parker Capshaw Caulfield. Amanda Marie Leung. Brittany Nicole Femmer. Caroline Aldendorfer. Megan Elizabeth Frank. Kelly Jozah. Daniel William Levenger. Arwa Mohammed. Amber M. Mann. Lachelle Latrice Livingston. Cody Wayne Johnson. April Renee Diebold. Katie Lynn Kessler. Jacob Lucas. Lauren Kelleher. Sarah Elizabeth Albers. Tyler Michael Johnson. Jared Michael Sinclair. Jessica Christina Jenkins.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Chemistry will be congratulated by Professor John Adams. Jacob Tritton Wright. Kyle R. Bartholomew. Christopher Thomas Burke. Andrew Wesley Sawyer. Blake Edward Hudson. Fong Tan Tili. Jackie R. Labruzzo. Amanda Tui Van Vo. Lauren Nicole Ahrens. Samuel J. Dyer. Matthew Dennis Brighty.
This is classics. Next group.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Classical Studies will be congratulated by Professor Michael Barnes. Daniel Robert Masters. Elizabeth A. Paris. Ashley Renee Simmons.
Okay, and this is start a calm.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Communication will be congratulated by Professor Michael Porter. Allison Mary Stewart. Brittany Vigna. Sabrina Marie Castro. Jessica M. Casey. Gabriel E. Eluel. Lindsay Annette McGuire. Chase Rubel. Emily Ann Daniels. Aaron D. Casillas. Valerie Lee Geroff. Andrea L. Lewis. Laura K. Quijas. Adam Cooney. Elizabeth G. Hintz. Whitney Surrey Smith. Shantae Nicole Middlebrook. Danielle Patrice Caldwell. Destiny Ariel Baldwin. Eden E. Slater. Taylor M. Sandelin. Laura L. Bannon. Catherine Holland Baird. Kurt Reese. Nicholas Barrett Gulitz. Jenna G. Kufal. Jason Brian Reddy. Connor Joseph Sullivan. Leah Danielle Copperwaite. Ryan L. Franklin. Eric T. Hollenbach. Blaine Lee Reagan. Cody Ryan Graham. Michaela Marie Gatlin. Olivia Warren. Charles James Parker, Jr. Ebony Nicole Young. Lauren Fitzpatrick. Alexandra M. Prather. Brittany Dawn Randolph. Brittany Michelle Nelson. Sarah C. Armstrong. Annika Nicole Russo. Kaylin Elizabeth Romela. Feya Zhu. Hyo John Shin. Stephanie Ann McCullen. Emma C. Stagner. Allison E. Lair. Christina Kelly Cobblins. Paige A. Pauley. Aaron William DeWitt. Austin Patrick McKayen. Matthew Thompson Grover. Daniel Patrick Horn. Travis Javier Blanchin. Matthew D. Schweitzer. Jason Randall Brown. Colleen Marie Raleigh. Gracie Ann Hastings. Vanessa Ann Termini. Paige Lee Stewart. Paige Anna Muscup. Samantha Ariel Mittman. Blair Alexandra Thompson. Kendall Elaine Ogle. Christine T. Griswold. Emily Elizabeth Scott. Stephanie J. Rosen. Sarah Nicole Sanguine. Hannah C. Ryan. Sarah S. Elquini. Michael T. Flax.
That's the end of calm.
Matthew J. Cochran. Mackenzie P. Thiessen. Aaron Bryn Winters. Bethany Noel Wilson. Ashley N. Latta. Shannon M. Lynn. Matthew Clyde. Joseph A. Mueller. Allison Cutterer. Jessica L. Rentel. Tyler D. Kruger. Kirsten H. Iverson. Timothy Quinn Coffey. Brandon M. Wolves. Olivia Nicole Mitchell. Tiffany Renee Lee. Shane Garrett Kirkpatrick.
All right. To computer science.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees in computer science will be congratulated by Dean Ted Tarko. Brendan C. Smith. Colin J. Williams.
And this is the beginning of economics.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Economics will be congratulated by Professor Myung Lee. Nicholas James Scotery. Gina Marie Gibler. Gregory F. Dugan. Christopher Farris Jackson. Christopher Michael Kemp.
This is all of econ.
Mary E. Manti. Maxwell C. Smith. Kevin Mitchell Smith. Thomas Charles Whinnenberg. Ryan M. Vandermoos. James L. Buckley. Catherine Ann Harris. Armin Feroz Mistry. Jessica Page Persick. Wee Jia Lin. Jiang Wei Wen. Lin Wan. Nathan Joseph Kaplan. Joshua L. Rice. Emma Kate Hunt. Rebecca Christine Larson. Ashley Ann Ficken. Stephen J. Mankowski. Alexander Wesley Heffer.
For undergraduate degrees from the Department of English will be congratulated by Professor David Reed. Elizabeth Caroline Kirchhoff. Shannon Durrington. Caitlin Coyne. Brittany Hurley. Drina Johnson. LaParis Sherelle Hawkins. Eris LaShonda Williams. Danielle Owens. Catherine Henderson Dyer. Bridget Huddy. Ashley Michelle Glasteter. David Allen Stevens. Morgan Halliny. Laura Sue Wilson. Graham Dunn. Laura Elizabeth White. Delana Patrice Miner. Joshua Bicknell. Kristen Sade Benford. Elbert Williams. Luke Dieterle. Sarah Jean Rollins. Casey Joe Aslin. Timothy R. Murphy. Derek Schultz. John L. Bailey. Bradley David Medcalf. Elliot Lance Ewert. Alexa Wright. Dylan James McRoberts. Marianne Matu Wynn. Lauren Burke Wood. Daniel James O'Brien. William Robert Freeman. Megan Ann Hinkle. Elizabeth Nicole Oliver. Jason M. Copeland. Shannon Elise Jones. Aaron Paul Crow. Allison K. Repking. Tim R. Fisher. Kara Rose Henderson. Mary Alice Peterson. Andrew Price Griesenauer. Evan Sherman. Jeffrey David Begwin. Justin G. Shenitkevich. Emily Susan Moore. Adrian C. Hoytel. Jacqueline Fillardo. Catherine Ann Prince. Jessica Nicole Smith. Caitlin Justine Amen. Erin Nicole Helvey. Lindsay Lee Walser. Rachel C. Miner. Joseph Cody Schneiders. Hannah Lindsay Lovelock. Lindsay K. Manusos. Larissa Lee Marlene Jewett. Cynthia Erin Sampson. Lindsay Gilmer. Jordan Matthew Gooch. Julianne Holzberg. Megan L. McCulloch. Brianna Grayson. Rachel Denise Marsh. Ethan J. Matchett. Andrew W. Lovewell.
This is film studies.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Film Studies will be congratulated by Professor Roger Cook. Daniel Diaz. Mitchell Thompson. Stephanie Marie Helfenbein.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Geography will be congratulated by Professor Joe Hobbs. Scott J. Hilton. Stephen Andrew Nabolts. Barry Mitchell Barfield. Vincent O. Matthews, Jr. Jamie Cranberg. Lauren Rose Spiegel. Corey Joseph Martz. Garrett Richard Miller. Andrew Christian Sherman. Austin Paul Abar. Joshua C. Carey. Dallas James Bridwell. Allison Elizabeth Colleton. Juan Eduardo Mundo Cifuentes. Corey A. Atterbury. Alexandra Logan. Robin D. Hargis.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from geological sciences will be congratulated by Professor Kevin Shelton. Rachel Louise Duckworth. Joseph M. O'Rourke. Ashley M. Reinsch.
No, it's a different major.
Michael W. Danuser. Candidates for undergraduate degrees in German and Russian studies will be congratulated by both Professor Roger Cook and Dr. Nicole Monnier. Dina Imsarevich. Kristen Torres. Matthew Levi Johnson.
No, this is history.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of History will be congratulated by Professor Russ Zaguta, Larry W. Pratt, Casey Maurer, Clayton Lewis Alexander Engel, Kevin Alexander Jolliffe, Christina Elaine Vaughn, Anna E. Griffith, Marguerite Duart, Adam Myers, Brian Douglas Williams Peters, Gregory Paul Gardner, Suki Len Benson, Matthew Brotmarkle, Nicholas Warren Kempf, Dalton James Pennington, Matthew Peter George Michelle, Jeffrey Brandon Wood, Claire T. Presley, Michael J. Pope, Jacob Ross Glazer, William Locke Thompson, Stephen R. Weber, Stanton W. Ragland, Andrew Michael Corcoran, Rachel Drew, John Aaron Gass,
Slow down a bit.
Let me get these on here.
Sarah A. Gooch, Jamie Marie Pisek,
Hold on.
Michael J. Banks.
I gotta get the pressures off.
Oh, okay. Quentin William Stevenson, Patrick Joseph Logan, Aaron V. Wynn, John Joseph Strelecki, Edgar Lee Young, William Miguel Lendoff. Degmawa Decola McConan. Caleb Dustin Standridge. Victoria Renee Vent. Ashley Marie Bartlett. Adam Benkasur. Nicholas St. Clair Worthman. Kyle David McDonald.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the program of linguistics will be congratulated by Professor David Reed. Emily Catherine Chinchosi. Alexander Lee Cook Zurich. Kelsey M. Hutton. Caitlin M. Rakestraw. Ellen Elizabeth Street. Lauren A. Bird.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Mathematics will be congratulated by Professor Ian Auerbach. Catherine Ingerslew. Ariel Eller. Melissa Jane Nelson. Stuart Edward Carter. Gerald Delano Vinegar III.
Well, then you tell us how to say vinegar.
Kelly Langdon Klein. Molly Ann Santinello. Lindsay M. Bettekeimer. Stephen Anthony Spinelli. Dylan E. Muckerman. Maureen Margaret Cuneas. Shinsen Sun. Yu Lee. Sho Arthur Yan.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the School of Music will be congratulated by Professor Rob Shea. Derek Wintenberg. Nathan D. Miller. Daniel M. Cox. Sarah Davison Carney. Justin Jerome Cook. Paul Michael Helm. Amber Dawn Farhat. Sean Matthew Navarro. Allison Kathleen Tatum. Mateus Sordina Garcia Souza. Michael Justice Hill. Andrew M. Israel. Sarah Michelle Bouillon.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Philosophy will be congratulated by Professor Peter Markey. Victor Lin Tran. Candence Haley Patterson. Andrew William Thompson. Samuel J. Levine.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Physics and Astronomy will be congratulated by Professor Dorina Kotzen, Justin Stewart Grayer, Daniel Blake, Lucas Devinger Miller, Amanda Alexandra Stevenson Grand, Andrew F. Austin, Andrew Edmund Alferman, Anthony Ross Pace, Lee Xiao, Jared V. Grice, Harrison Lewis Knoll.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Political Science will be congratulated by Professor John Petrosic, Nathaniel Thomas Herndon, William Russell Hersey, Corbin Lee Evans, Peter Fitch Jones, Sarah Ann Nussbaum, Turner H. Schuster, Ariane Abrahimi, Nicholas John Champion Dwyer, Taylor Christiana Leonard, Kristen Marie Schmidt, Michael J. Mahaffey, Tyler J. Hartley, Vincent A. Westley, Hope Jennifer Driscoll, Tess Elizabeth Coughlin, Brittany Ann Ness, Megan Renee Sanguinet, Teresa M. Fitzpatrick, Whitney B. Jones, Lauren Nicole Towns, Joshua Thomas Travis, Whitney LaShonda Williams, Charles L. Pleasant, Robert McLennan, Samuel Joaquin Geiger, Mr. James Patrick Francis Hattler, Jill E. Sipple, Elizabeth Sophia Essman, Meredith Marie Rogers, Lindsay June Payton, Caitlin O. Brock, Tyler Whittam, Joshua Lee Milberg, William Curtis Smith, Ali Salat Salhal, Neil R. Jackson, Adam Christian Notch, Michael Craig Coldiron, Thomas Montgomery Watson, Matthew Donaldson Shepard, David N. Nagel, Mandolin Shay Jackson. Charles John Cordeal. Daniel Yitzhak Shenderov. Paso Milak. Michael Patello. Lance Michael Honeycutt.
That says Marvin Leroy Norman.
Marvin Leroy Norman. Andy Bissell Costello. Corey Jenkins. Sarah K. Whitecotton. Kyle Rowland. Dennis Andrew the Fish Reggie Jr. Natalia Isabel Allen. Stephen Ray Lammers. Danielle Marie Lobsinger. Sean Uris Hogarty. Uzama Nadaka Owen Maui. Thomas Robert Flack. Kristen J. Finkbeiner. Andrew Mark Ellis. Tyler Lorraine Butzberger. Beth Millay. Paige Catherine Wayman. Christian A. Hewlin. Leonard R. Barrett. Jillian Jean Hoagie. Patricia Kelly Larson. Bridget Laramie Kelly. Laura Elizabeth Burkett.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Psychology will be congratulated by Professor Moisha Nava Benjamin. Christiana Pham. Bianca Fall Aaron. Tanika C. Williams. Julissa Naomi Lightburn. John Michael Brejnahan. Elizabeth Marie Cooper. Alexa Justine Baus. Emily Schuyler Gable. Chelsea D. Timman. Nicholas G. Stolte. Marissa Lorraine Strait. Paul Louis Brusati. What is this? Rorig? Cara Lynn Rorig. Sarah Jean Bow. Catherine Stella Goodyear. Siobhan Marie Loyler. Derek Kenneth Austin, Jr. Janae Christiana Harrell. Jeremy Patrick Kilpatrick. Kristen Andrews. Natalie Nicole Eichelberger. Christiana Joanne Lee. Elizabeth Catherine Mitchell. Rebecca Lee Guilford. Kristen Ann Day. Ashley Nicole Simmons. Rena M. Maidan. Monica Lee DeOrio. Ryan M. Stocky. Brett K. Rawlings. Lauren Elizabeth Pierce. Samantha Ray Dobbins. Kelsey Wilson. Ashley Nicole Wackerly. Magdalene Beckman. Abby N. Garlick. Joshua A. Parviz. Jessica Ann Stull. Timothy Michael Manis. Matthew Ruben Mounier. Amanda Renee Cleveland. Morgan Ashley Kidd. Chelsea Lucille Holdinghausen. Demi Lynn Jacobs. Kendall E. James. Brendan Quinn Cady. Julianne K. Eichmann. Lucy Catherine McIntyre. Abigail Janice Walker. Matthew Llewellyn Jones. Vanessa Marie Whitenell. Catherine Lynn McClain. Megan N. Homan. Lindsay J. Sheridan. Jacob Michael Zeller. Casey J. Schwab. Alex Raymond Carter. Claire K. Brockmeyer. Megan L. Lake. Brian Christopher Rule. Brett Charles Klein. Daniel James Brick. Ryan Jeffrey Schreier. Janine C. Bowen. Gabriela C. Maniscalco. Lauren S. Riley. Haley Beth Garnett. Jacqueline C. Shaw. Sarah Rachel Birch. Jessica Askew. Alicia Lauren Hamilton. Abigail Michelle Spiewak. Kelsey Lang McGinn. Tyler Trevor Busman. Scott R. Valentine. Jeffrey Robert Clayton. Stephanie Nicole Scott. Danielle Yasmin Jamison. Aisha N. Johnson. Brittany Alexandria Jones. Caitlin M. Truelove. Tiffany Michelle Johnson. Bradley Scott Schlimmer. Megan V. Hahn. Brittany Ann Lewis. Michelle A. Pulowski. Kristen Donnell. Jennifer Tricia Hoffman. Megan Alexandra Werther. Mark Henry Roman. Blake A. Reeves. Stephanie Ashley Turrentine. Samantha J. Kilson. Denisa A. Devine. Taylor A. R. Cox. Jacelyn E. Miller. Jordan Lee Dyson. Sarah Ann Speece. Caitlin Elizabeth Mayberry. Riley Danielle Silly. Nicholas R. Schottman. Christine Elizabeth Berry. Adam Benjamin Sneer. Lauren Reese. Catherine Faye Finch. Kelsey D. Taki. Matthew Garrett Brillmeyer. Brian Andrew Oetker. Andrew M. Bleckman. Emily Christina Edge. Anna Blackburn Swearingen. Sarah L. Bailey. Danielle Therese Peverhouse. Brittany Ann Middahl. Kelly Ann Bergdorf. Jessica Annalise Denton. Emily Yvonne Bowles. Rashina Dene Seabury. Megan Lenora Drew. Margaret S. Siebert. Kelly M. Costello. Ashley Nicole Cato. Adam B. Ripplinger. Allison Ray Knockert. Kyle Patrick Brown. Christopher Scott Miller. Caitlin Erin Orr. Austin Leonard Gardner. Amanda Nicole Mazzola. Corey Elizabeth McMullen. Caitlin Alexandra Gerke. Amber Semino Wolfolk. David T. Cruz. Michael Robert Holt. Rebecca Ann Pettit. Jennifer M. Boyer. Eric David Helton. Mary Kathleen Frazier. Jennifer Marie Rigdon. Bobby Burton Hines Jr. Dirk Michael Downing. Caleb C. Smith. Nicholas W. McAfee. Michael J. Williams. Kelsey Neff. Jennifer A. Wachtman. Caitlin Danielle Whithouse. Joseph Richard Rozier III. David William Dempsey.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Religious Studies will be congratulated by Professor Rabia Gregory. Evan Joseph Honeycutt. Ariel Schroeder Morrison. Jennifer Gloria Mason. Kyla Thuvenel. Janet Renee Otto.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Romance Languages will be congratulated by Professor Flor Zafir. Aaron Riley Gillen. Joseph Bryce Slaughter. Sarah Cronbaugh Sontag. Amy Michelle Backus. Shively. Kristen Marie Shively. Alexandra Delaney. Jessica Marie Yost.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Sociology will be congratulated by Professor Wayne Breckus. Jacob Miller Wandel. John Edward Moore. Tiffany Raquel Jones. Lawrence R. Bowers. Michael Edwin Powell. Catherine J. McBride. Jenna Marie Black. Melissa Ann Ingrande. Natalie Yolanda Ashfield. Jennifer Lee Tomlinson. Kate Elizabeth Morris. Rachel W. Larson. Kalila Renee Beecham. Aaron Lamar Dixon. Jeremy Robert Kilpatrick. Elena N. Greater. Hannah Doughty. Justin Mazzio. Angelicia Loretta Groves. Michael Austin Lotok. Jordan Thomas Sexton. Rebecca Kate Johnson. Kayla Denise Hunter. Nicole Sasha Greenstreet. Kristen Taylor Arvanitis. Anne E. Beatty. Paulette Eloise Chavez. Christopher John Chartrand. Andrew Joseph Steele. Steve Pan. Sarah Dyer. Kelsey Marie Elmer. Melissa Ann Giesing. Shannon McDaniel. Dorian M. Henderson. Aaron N. Richardson.
Candidates for special degrees, general studies, interdisciplinary studies, and international studies will be congratulated by Dean Ted Tarko. Stephanie Lachelle Reddings. Megan Lee Allen. Jason Christopher Lane. William P. Gilbert. Alex R. Keys. Melina Omarovic. Justin Richard Downs. Alvaro Ontiveros Aguilar. Danielle Nicole Clifton. Brianna Alexandria Bender. Rachel Christine Parrish. Morgan Ardell Jefferson. Jasmine Courtney Jordan. Scott Robert Walgan. So-E Chung. Allison A. Sicking. Angela Francine Pagan. Stephen Wyatt Erickson. Laura Marie Green. Amelia Smith. Jane M. Lindley. Emily Brooke Bennett. Elena Elisa McLaren. Brittany Gale Tuttle. Aubrey Diane Adams. Megan Michelle Kowalik. John Charles McAfee. Lydia E. Fergie. Molly Ann Toguchi. Benjamin Allen Trutkin. Jill Lynn Sappington. Kayla Elizabeth Hogan. Alex J. Pacheco. Donald Michael Ranelli. Austin Michael Lalick. Sarah Elizabeth Stumpf. Loriano Curry. Lindsay Renee Christ. Keith Douglas Weideman. Shawnee Green. Samuel Travis Black. Stephanie Kimberly Millard. Amber Michelle Olson. John Everett Corbin. Daniel Eugene Burke Aguero. Joan Marie Pace. Kristen Elise Arneson. Christina Marie Moore. Jessica M. Nation. Elise C. Binsman. Alex Lamont Smith. Eric Matthew Wilburn. Kendra Leah Frazier. Rhea Simone Taylor. Corey R. Sudoff. Bo Michael Brinkley. Christopher R. Johnson. Brittany Janae Butler. Breon Janae Andrews. Marcus E. Denman. Kim English II. Paul Matthew Pressey. Byron Lakeith Bundy. Joanthony DeAndre Johnson. Victoria Marie Jonigan. Jessica Luetta Michelle Keaton. Michael K. Wang. Michael Scott Goldstein. Kyle J. Altekin. Kathleen Marie Otsby. Candace L. West. John M. Way. Tyler R. Singleton. Aaron Lindsay Myers. Lauren Alexis Quilo. Kenneth William Berger. Timothy Edward James Stallman. Perry David Sawyer. Rachel Anna Herndon. Monica Alexis Vollmer. Lauren Alyssa Stoss. Ryan E. Schmitz. Mulugeta Mogos Chikole. Tommy Carroll. Lindsay Klubine Buckholz. Christina Phyllis Lococo. Maria V. Torapova. Monica Chavez.
We're gonna have you stop. There's only one statistics. So you do a couple more.
Jeffrey Charles Drake Douglas. Adrienne Rochelle Long. Ashley Nicole Garner.
Cassie Renee Spire. Jennifer Tenney Hawkins. Portia L. Ruffin. Daniel S. Lauber. Alyssa Nicole Becker. Megan B. Bischoff. Emily Rebecca Henry. Catherine Francis Higgins. Nathan Arid Schwant. Jared Melvin Romaine. Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Statistics will be congratulated by Professor Larry Reese. Jonathan Peter Zimmerman.
Okay, theater.
Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Theater will be congratulated by Professor Clyde Ruffin. Joshua Youngerman. Moses Anthony Weathers. Francis E. Larrett. Elizabeth Troval. Benjamin Andrew Vigil. Shane M. McDermott. Stephanie N. Juergens. Tamara Suzanne Mullins. Brian E. Scanlon. Ryan Michael Maddox. Lissa N. Smale. Timothy Allen Franken. Candidates for undergraduate degrees from the Department of Women's and Gender Studies will be congratulated by Professor Rebecca Dingo. Brittany Wood. Emily R. Luft. Stacy Nicole Massix. Melissa May Bushman. Ebony Nicole Young. Leishiona Nakara Klein. Allison Murphy Braun. Megan V. Hahn.
Okay, I promise you we're getting real close. Now we're going to have the actual conferring of the degrees, and I'd like to ask Curator Don Downing to come up. And for the first time that I can remember in arts and science, we're actually going to have a member of the Board of Curators do the conferring of degrees as opposed to somebody here saying on behalf of the board. So, Curator Downing. Will all candidates for the baccalaureate degrees please rise? Oh, that's us.
Upon, upon the recommendation of the faculty and on the authority of the Board of Curators, I hereby confer upon you the respective degrees for which you have qualified and for which, and with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to those degrees. You are now graduates. Congratulations.
Thank you, Curator Downing. Now that the members of the graduating class have been recognized, I think it's important to recognize those who have made it possible for them to achieve this academic goal. The love, support, and sacrifice of the families of the graduates have enabled them to devote the time and energy necessary to acquire their baccalaureate degrees. I now ask that all of the friends and members of the families of the graduates, especially moms and grandmothers, please stand and be recognized by all of us. There is no more fitting way to welcome our newest graduates to their status as alums than to hear the MU alma mater performed for us this afternoon again by Rachel Kuntz. Please rise and join Rachel in singing our alma mater. Rachel?
Old Missouri, fair Missouri, dear old varsity, ours are hearts that fondly love thee. Here's a health to thee. Proud art thou in classic beauty of thy noble past, with thy watchword's honored duty, thy high fame shall last. Every student, man and maiden, swells the glad refrain, till the breezes music laden wafted back again. Proud art thou in classic beauty of thy noble past, with thy watchword's honored duty, thy high fame shall last. Congratulations!
You'll just sit down for just a couple seconds. Thank you for that. I want to thank Sue Hollingsworth and the fine staff from the Academic Support Center for showing the ceremony on the screens throughout the auditorium. As always, they did a spectacular job. I also want to thank Karen Hodges and Heidi Spencer from Columbia Interpreting Services, who have been our signers. Before our concluding the ceremony, I want to again recognize our flag bearer, Maureen Canellis, who will lead the members of the platform party out of the auditorium in a couple of minutes. Once the party has begun to move out, our staff will direct the new graduates through their appropriate exits. And of course, parents and friends, you may proceed on your own. But we have two other really quick things to do before we conclude. I'd like to get Howard Richards back up here for just a sec. Now you know what this is. You know, football players today have a tradition that as they graduate, they grab one of the white rocks off of the M. And Howard said not too many months ago to Gloria, he said, you know, the one thing I really missed about the university was back in my day, they didn't have that tradition. So with the help of Amanda Schlink, who's on my staff, she went out and got a personal tour of the rock pile. And today, we're going to present you with your own rock that has your name and years on it. There it is. Big guy. It's all yours. Now don't leave. So now in what we have as a tradition in A&S, and actually Howard kind of gave you a little bit of a taste of it. He didn't know this was coming, so he decided to throw his own little cheering exercise in there. But we do something that you're going to do as the last time really as a student. You are alums now, but we'll just pretend for another 2 seconds that you're students. And what we're going to do is we're going to divide Hearns in half, right down here. So you're on one side, you're on another, straight up. Everybody in the stands too. Now, we all know what you did when he led your cheer. It was okay, but it wasn't really great. I think a curator can do better. So Curator Downing has this side of Hearns, and Howard Richards has this side, and we're really going to see who does a better job. So I'm going to ask you, Curator Downing. M.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you. I guess maybe we'll call that a tie. The musicians will now begin the recessional. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our commencement ceremony. Best wishes to all of you for a wonderful day. And don't forget tomorrow's Mother's Day. God bless you.